Ever wondered what happens when a filmmaker embraces the delightfully macabre? Um, Sam Raimi isn't just a director, he's a maestro of mayhem, a purveyor of panic, and a true legend of horror. And uh, from the low budget brilliance of his early work to the blockbuster spectacle of his later films, Raimi has consistently delivered scares that burrow under your skin. Um, but what truly sets his work apart isn't just the blood and gore. Um, it's the unsettling atmosphere, the darkly comedic undertones, and the sheer creativity he brings to every frame. And let's dive into some of the most terrifying and surprisingly hilarious moments from his career. Raimi's journey into horror began with a simple premise. What if a group of college students stumbled upon something truly evil in the woods? Wasn't just a film, it was an experience. He didn't just want to scare audiences, he wanted to assault their senses and where that raw energy and willingness to push boundaries would define his career. And it all started with a possessed cabin and a book bound in human flesh. In the hospital sequence is a master class in tension. Doc Ock awakens, and the surgeons quickly realize they've made a terrible mistake. His robotic arms come to life, and the ensuing chaos is both terrifying and strangely mesmerizing. It's a brutal, visceral scene that demonstrates just how dangerous Otto Octavius has become. And then there's where Raimi fully embraced the slapstick horror aesthetic. Horror, the scene with Linda dancing with her severed head is a perfect example. It's grotesque, hilarious, and utterly unforgettable. And yeah, it's a moment that perfectly encapsulates Raimi's unique brand of horror, a blend of terror and comedy that's both shocking and strangely endearing. And Raimi returned to his roots with a vengeance. Um, uh, the final scene where Christine is literally dragged to hell is a truly disturbing spectacle. It's a visceral, horrifying moment that leaves a lasting impression. The sheer desperation in her eyes as she's pulled into the abyss is is truly haunting. But Raimi isn't afraid to scare audiences within the superhero genre either. Is a prime example. The sequence where Strange is attacked by the souls of the damned is a terrifying descent into madness. The visuals are stunning. The atmosphere is oppressive, and the overall effect is genuinely unsettling. Let's not forget the unsettling transformation of Norman Osborn into the Green Goblin in the original. It's not just the Goblin's menacing appearance, it's the unsettling glint in Willem Dafoe's eye that truly makes this scene terrifying. And it's something that it's a chilling reminder that even the most seemingly normal individuals can harbor darkness within. And who could forget the sheer terror of Cheryl's attack by the Possessed Tree Inn. It's a scene that's both shocking and disturbing, and it perfectly illustrates the film's relentless energy and willingness to push boundaries. And, it's a moment that continues to haunt viewers uh, decades later. And Raimi delivers a guilt-induced nightmare sequence that's as unsettling as it is creative. The hallucination of Bradley's fiance washing up on the shore is a genuinely creepy moment, and it perfectly captures the film's dark and twisted sense of humor. And finally, in Ash finds himself thrown into a pit filled with deadites. It's a chaotic, over-the-top sequence that's both hilarious and terrifying. I know that it is equally it's a perfect example of Rainey's ability to blend horror and comedy seamlessly talk about to this. So what's the secret to Raimi's success? It's simple. He's not afraid to be weird. He's not afraid to be over the top. And he's not afraid to scare the living daylights out of you. He understands that horror isn't just about jump scares. It's about creating an atmosphere of dread and about tapping into our deepest fears. And let's be honest, he has a knack for making even the most gruesome scenes darkly funny. You know, because sometimes you just have to laugh to keep from screaming and from screaming. And with that said, thanks for watching. And until next time,